cars popping into intersections out of nowhere, people and birds vanishing, dudes walking through closed doors, and what did this kid see that made him run for his life before seemingly vanishing out of existence? These are time clips caught on camera people still can't explain. Looks like this guy built his own version of the DeLorean from Back to the Future. Now, I have absolutely no context for this video. I've only seen it posted on this one YouTube channel that usually posts sports highlights. So as for when this happened, I don't know, but it was in Miami. We'll have to censor the hell out of the audio for this clip because it is jam-packed with swearing, but I think the guy filming this security footage with his phone says it best.
Boy, what the going on in Miami, bro?
Boy, she would've got in that bitch.
No, this just disappeared.
We saw a guy disappear after climbing into a vehicle. Now we have a guy appearing from behind a vehicle. Take a look at this. So we see a van driving through a parking lot. There are no other moving vehicles and nobody walking around the lot until there suddenly is. As the van exits the frame, there's now this man standing in what was an empty area mere seconds ago. I love the way he's standing there too. He's perfectly rigid. It looks like he just got beamed down to Earth from the Enterprise. You know, in Star Trek, there's always that moment where they wait for like the teleporter dust to settle and then they can start moving. Anyway, then he does just that. He starts walking, very purposefully, mind you. I'll have to complete whatever mission he's been sent back in time to complete. Godspeed, sir. This next video is 100% unequivocally genuine. I call this one Saved by the Time Traveler. Some would say saved by an angel, but for the purposes of this list, it's a time traveler. Captured on a security camera on a street corner, we see a cyclist crossing the intersection at the worst time possible. Big truck is barreling toward them. There's no time to stop. They are going to collide. It's inevitable. And the cyclist seems very distracted. He's not even nervous, doesn't even try to swerve. If you ask me, I think the cyclist is going to take the brunt of the damage here. But just as the truck is about to wipe the cyclist off the face of the planet, and by that I mean dying, there's this flash of light. Someone has swooped in to grab the cyclist. They don't knock them out of the way. They transport them to the other side of the road as the truck driver jumps out of the vehicle to make sure everything is okay. Oh, why can't this happen more often? I think of how many deaths would be prevented year after year if we just had people in the future, monitoring all the world's roads at every point in history, just swooping in to save people before being pancaked. I don't know why that's so much to ask. If you think swooping in to save distracted cyclists from being gored to death by trucks is cool, check out this kid. This kid is pretty much the coolest dude I've ever seen, ever. He's out for a walk in the park. He's taking his health seriously, getting those steps in. Very inspiring. He doesn't even have headphones in. He's raw dogging this walk. I mean, who is this man? Who goes for a walk without a podcast? Well, I know what he is. In moments, it becomes very clear. Suddenly, the boy turns his head. There's something behind him, and it can't be good, because he immediately breaks into a sprint. Well, what is he running from? A rabid dog? A street gang? Well, we don't have much time to ponder that question, because no sooner than his mad dash to safety begins, it ends. The boy disappears in a sudden flash of light. This kid didn't even have to fiddle with a futuristic gadget on his wrist. He didn't have to pull out a flip phone and ask for a guy named Scotty to beam him up. He just willed himself out of that park. To where, you ask? I don't know, another time, another place, maybe just another quiet sidewalk where he could complete his little trek in peace. Take a little stroll to your local park. Maybe you'll see him there. This happened during a live TV interview at Copenhagen Airport. Guy's being interviewed for Danish Sports Center. Who knows what he's talking about? But in the background, well, it's just your usual airport chaos. People walking by, grabbing their bags, chatting. But watch the blonde woman standing there. Do you see that? When the woman with the luggage cart walks by her, suddenly the blonde lady just disappears. 1 second she's there, the next she's gone, right in the middle of the frame. No camera cuts, no obvious editing. People online have been going nuts trying to explain it, but what do you think? Is it just a trick of angles and perspective, or did this woman enter into a wormhole or something? This clip is from 2018, and it comes from a home security camera in Henderson County, Texas. The woman who uploaded it said she was sitting on the couch watching TV with her husband, and something on the security monitor caught their attention. On the screen, a man could be seen walking through the car park area. What immediately stood out was how strange he looked. The figure appeared slightly transparent. His walk looked especially stiff, almost like a military march. But then he just fades away. Not out of view, I mean he almost evaporates into thin air. There's no obvious place where he could have gone either. He was right out in the open. The homeowner said they immediately went outside to check, but no one was there. If the man had tried to cut through the yard or leave the area on foot, the other cameras should have picked him up, or, they would have seen him further down the road, but that was not the case. So what the hell? Did this guy just walk through a closed door? This weird piece of CCTV footage from the US shows what some viewers claim is a man walking straight through the closed doors of a convenience store, while the camera's date stamps flickers between 2016 and 2019. The video is black and white, capturing the locked entrance of a corner store where a homeless man is seen sleeping nearby. At first, a couple approaches the store. They notice the closed sign and they walk away, because they're good people. They're not going to break in. Shortly after, though, all these lights start flickering from inside the store. The homeless guy looks up, like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, this flash of light happens. The date stamp flickers, and then this guy just walks out of the store through the closed door. Some people are skeptical about this one. Not my ASS. And the uploader, UFO Mania, defended the clip too, saying the time clock does not pause during his transition. If it was an edit or a special effect, you would see irregular movement in the time clock. Usually it appears to be consistent. This one is hard to believe, but looks hard to fake. Curious. We've talked enough about people vanishing into who or when knows where, but what about animals? This piece of CCTV footage comes from Melbourne, Australia. People are going about their daily lives, nothing out of the ordinary, at least not from what we can see. But then this bird flies by. You guessed it, smarty pants. It disappears. So keep your eyes on the seagull as it soars above everyone's heads. Where's it going, you wonder? Well, not to the beach, that's for sure. Because suddenly, just like I said, it vanishes out of thin air. Is this reality glitching? Are we living in a simulation? Or is everything totally normal, aside from this bird being a time traveler? Or maybe powerful beings from the future zapped it out of existence in order to save our timeline. I mean, who knows? This bird could have set off a complete societal collapse if it went on to wherever it was going. This next video comes out of Russia. We watch a car make a left turn into an intersection when out of nowhere, another vehicle suddenly appears and cuts right across its path, almost causing a crash. 1 second the road looks clear, and the next there's a car right in front of them. I mean, what? Where the hell did that car come from? Now, is it possible that the other driver was coming in at such a high speed they weren't visible on the camera until the last second, making it look like they appeared out of thin air? No, it's not. Check this out. This is Mike Tyson back in 1995, way before the face tattoo, during his fight with Peter McNeely. But if you slow the footage down, zoom in on the ringside crowd, something really sticks out. There's a guy who looks like he's holding a smartphone, filming the fight. Now, that's super weird because it's 1995. For the younger folks watching, smartphones did not exist yet, but this guy's holding something slim, rectangular. You even catch a glint of a lens reflecting light, like it's recording. Well, all right, maybe it's just a camcorder. Well, most mid-90s camcorders were big and bulky. You wouldn't hold one like a phone. Certainly. Others think it could have been some kind of prototype. Or, hear me out, maybe someone was so obsessed with seeing Tyson after he got out of prison, they built a time machine, traveled back in time, and bought their phone with them. Well, with all that said, I have been your host, James, and I will catch you, yes, you specifically, next time.